Welcome back to the channel. Excited for this weekend's run. We're doing the last two sections of the Fife Pilgrim Way, and if you've seen my previous videos, I've done North Queensferry to Markinch, did 50k, and this week we're doing Markinch to St Andrews, which is the last two sections. So just settling in. Weather's perfect and we're just getting our bearings. Got the route on my watch, it should be about 22 miles today, and yeah, nice and easy. Here's the signs we're following. First stop, Kenaway, 5 miles this way. Let's go. It is warm today. So today's plan is obviously Markinch to St Andrews, and along the way we go to Kenaway, as I just said, Ceres, a small village where I'm going to have some lunch hopefully, and then I think there's a country park in between Ceres and St Andrews. So I think it was about 2 years ago now, almost 2 years since I did the Fife Pilgrim Way. It's a great alternative inland to the Fife Coastal Path, and this is the first time I've ever done this section, so looking forward to coming across some nice ruins, etc., landscapes. So far we're just in a big field, there's nothing noteworthy. But it's actually pretty warm, it's about 15-16 degrees, and there's some rain predicted, but I'm well stocked up. The usual tailwind, 1.5 litres of water. I've got trail mix, I've got snacks like banana bread, and I'm going to have lunch, which I've done some research on, somewhere to stop in Ceres. Better be, because I don't have any other stalls apart from banana bread and trail mix. The sun is out, so let me tell you what's been happening. So I am tired. It's been a tough week, no rest days. I mean, a couple of rest days from running, but not rest days from exercise. I've been commuting on the electric bike an hour each way, which I really enjoy. It saves me money and just really enjoy cycling. But I was doing that yesterday, so this is quite a run to do with no rest days before. So I'm taking it extra easy today. So let me get through this gate. It's just probably, this is going to be a glorified hike, intervals of running and hiking, because I think I need to conserve energy. And let's face it, half of the ultra I'm doing in July, I'm going to be walking anyway, because it's 42 miles. Unsure of the elevation gain, but there is just quite a lot. Not this route today is pretty flat, but the ultra's got a bit of elevation, not as much as the Ochels last year, but enough that I'm not going to be running for 25 to 50% of the way, probably. We will see. Anyway, enough rattling on, let's get a wee run on. We're still settling in, still on the second mile. Let's keep going. So almost my first injury already, only 2 miles in, and there was a pipe or something sticking out of the ground and I full on kicked it. Luckily no damage there, but if I had been a bit to the right I could have full on bruised my foot or worse. So when you're on the trails keep an eye on the path and where you're putting your feet, because it's by no means easy, and this is proper trails, no paths, and we're coming up to some other people. So far I've only seen one person on the route. So yeah, a few miles to Kennyway, let's go. First stop along the way, Kennyway. That wasn't 5 miles. So just left Kennyway, a wee wrong turn there. Skies have darkened, and it's actually welcome because I've been too hot the last hour. But yeah, a lot of walking in the last 5 miles, not gonna lie. Energy levels are quite low today. Did not have the best night's sleep last night. But we'll stop complaining, and it might be a slow one, but we're going to get it done. Off the roads and back onto the trails. So this run today is the second of 3 big training runs. I'm going to have a rest next weekend, and then in 2 weeks time I'm going to try a 50k on the last 2 sections of the Fife coastal path. Again, I've never done that, and I'm going to finish in Broughty Ferry at my mum's and give her a wee visit. Why not? This way. Now we start the climbing. First big climb of the route. It's an easy climb, but it is quite a climb nevertheless. Up, up, up. 164 metres already, which is not much at all on a trail. But yeah, walk the hills. There's no point in bursting yourself running on the hills when you're doing 20 plus miles. Still climbing. So if you don't know, the Fife Pilgrim Way runs from Curris down at the water in Firth Forth all the way to St Andrews, and there's an alternative route start in North Queensferry, which is where I started when I did the first 5 sections 2 years ago. So quite a challenging route it was. From North Queensferry to Markinch, which I did, was 50k, and it was on very mixed terrain. Very good training for any, I'd say any UK based ultra, especially I think this is perfect for training for the GLEN Way. GLEN Way is also a 72 mile route, but I'm doing the 42 this year. I've not got it in me to do 72 yet. Never say never though, maybe in future. So aiming to get to Ceres at around 1 o'clock. So we've got another hour to go. So let's get stuck into these bad boys. Sorry, banana malt loaf. Fantastic for energy boosts that isn't just fluid. Oh, very good. I got about 5 of these. But looking forward to a pie or a sandwich or something in a place called Greens of Ceres. Had a look on the map, I'm going to go there. Let's go. Yes! You gotta do that on the trails. Oh. Far too early in the run to be going crazy. Only 8 miles in, and legs feel good, legs feel fine, but energy levels are low today. Tired. But let's crack on up here. I've taken a few wrong turns already because I haven't been watching the map. But look at this. Joy a mindful walk in the woods. nicely. Coming up to 10 miles and maybe another 2 miles. We're having our lunch break in series. I was wrong. 3.5 miles to series. Better get cracking on, the sun's coming out. Yeah. So yeah, 10.8 miles to go. And it's been a bit of a slog the last 4 miles, I'm not gonna lie. Feeling tired and weak. A bit of lunch in series and the next mile down the road will sort me out, freshen up a bit, sort myself out, because I'm kind of just trudging along here. This is the first wee bit of running I've done in a mile or so. We've reached Ceres. There's the sign. Ten miles to go. Or less than that actually. Wow, check this bridge. This is cool. Ah, lovely view place. Right, to the shops. Made it. Lunch at Ceres. Pie from Greens. Wow. So good. So, just had lunch, just leaving Ceres, and already starting to feel a bit more human already. We've got 9 miles to St Andrews, and I had an amazing pie for lunch, crisps, some fresh water, and I'm going to see how the next mile is, and hopefully it's better than the first 12-13 miles was, because that was pretty rough. But anyway, Ceres, beautiful place. Now we're talking proper trails. Wah. So this is the final section of the Fife Pilgrim Way. The last 8 miles to St Andrews. Let's go. Hoping to finish by 4 o'clock to get my bus at 4:15. If I miss it, I've got to wait an hour. So I need to get a spurt on here. So trying to run as much as possible, so maybe a few less clips, but I'll film anything interesting along the route. Why did these pilgrims have an obsession with ascending up? Because St Andrews is up, and Fife Pilgrim Way seems to be steady increasing in elevation, but this last section's just been up the whole way. Quite a sort of mixed terrain, mostly paths like this, but also lots of loose, rocky, pretty much impossible for me to run on surfaces anyway. So yeah, the trudge continues, 7 miles to go. It's a sign you don't want to see. Not on these roads. No footpath. So we're going to be careful on this bend. 5 miles to go. We've reached Den Head. Den Head and then Creekton Country Park before St Andrews. Putting every bit of energy I've got to get to the end here. Still running though, so all good. Last 4.5 miles. Counting them down. Temperature's gone up as well, sun's out. So quite uncomfortable running. Just tripped. Well, this is nice to get off the roads into a nice wooded section. Creekton Country Park, I think this is called. It's a Creekton golf course right there. This route's by no means like super easy to follow. There's a couple of turn-offs where there's no sign. And if I didn't have this map on my watch, I would be totally lost. Now we're cutting through the woods and I need to take on more food because I feel terrible, and I'm forgetting about the bus. Stressing about catching this bus, like whatever, I can get the 5:15 one if need be. Could walk from here and get it, catch that one. So yeah, onward. Last few miles. We stopped for some banana bread. Hopefully that'll power me on to the finish. Let's go. Creekton Country Park, that's what we want to see. St Andrews Cathedral, 3.5 miles. Let's go. What the hell is that? Creekton Country Park, and there's loud bangs. There's some sort of medieval reenactment going on here at the park. People shooting guns. Random. Let's crack on. I feel a bit better now actually. So now I'm around people again. I think I was just in my head for too long. This is nice. This way, 1.8 miles to go, 22 miles done. A few bonus miles I think on this run. It's going to be about 23, maybe 24 miles. Whew. Come on. Well, we've reached St Andrews, onto the last mile. We've got a wee spurt on, and I think I'm going to make that bus. But mile 23, it's going to be 24 miles at the end. I thought it was 22 and a half. A few bonus miles due to getting lost, etc. Done. Come on, final push to St Andrews Cathedral. Let's go. Here, we made it. can't get in. Yes. 5 hours, 24 miles. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week. I don't know what I'm doing next week. Tune in 2 weeks for my last run, which is going